to the channel. Let's explore together. Today, we're checking out Hodgetwins again. Most offensive reckless statements number 7. This was, again, requested by you guys. If you want me to react to stuff I otherwise wouldn't, check the links in the description below for ways to do that, or stop by the live streams and request stuff there. Now, I've reacted to 2 things by these guys. One was a solo video that was very strange and I didn't understand it and I got a really bad vibe. The other was a compilation that I didn't get bad vibes from, just odd vibes from, but I also still didn't get it. I don't understand the humor. I don't understand where the funny is. It doesn't mean that I don't think these guys are funny. It means that I genuinely don't get it. But maybe me not getting stuff is where everyone gets their jollies and tells me to react to stuff because it's funny to see kid not understand humor. I don't know, but this is offensive, reckless statements. I love offensive humor, but it needs to be humorous. And so far I haven't found these guys humorous, so I'm afraid I'm gonna watch, because I'm gonna watch 10 out of the 15 minutes of this. Unless I end up loving it, maybe I'll go for the whole 15. But I'm afraid I'm gonna watch like just offensive statements that aren't funny and just feel uncomfortable for 10 minutes. Cause I only like offensive things if they're funny. And you can be as offensive as you want. The more extreme, the better. The more jobs that you'd get fired from for the joke, the more I'm into it. But it has to be funny, right? So I'm hoping this is the first video of theirs I see that I find hilarious. Because otherwise, I'm going to be watching 10 minutes of offensive statements veiled as humor that are just offensive. I really don't want that to be the case. But here we go.
I'm an 18-year-old girl.
Oh man, you in your prime. Oh man, I bet you cute too, man. 18?
Just became legal too.
Yeah, man, that's just the way I like it. Well, usually I didn't wait that long, Bill.
Who graduated in May of this year?
White people and black people, as we call ourselves, should not have any contact with each other. You still refuse to understand this.
Are you crazy? You know how many white women I've been with? White people are beautiful. That's good.
So I enjoyed that one. This seems like a much more modern one. We started off bad. This one I could at least appreciate the humor in. Dallas Cowboys, no wonder they're so weird. They like the Cowboys.
White people and there's good black people. You're proof of that. Evidently, you ain't been with a white woman yet. Hey, Kevin, why you think you got that BBC? Just to give it to a black woman? No, man. You know what? Are you on drugs today? What's wrong with you?
Still, I specifically told her to cut him off.
Oh shit, that's who she texting. You know why she texting back? You sending them mushroom tip pics.
Oh man,
you see a swollen tip
if you
on
go on her phone and it's a big mushroom tip and he's squeezing at the base, making it look even bigger, make the veins pop, and she's like, "Oh my God, this is so nice, baby. I miss you so much. I can't wait to suck it again." Oh man, you gonna want to jump in front of a damn FedEx truck.
What? Why is
I love it when I'm sucking it and it gets so hard and then I can just feel it start pumping in my mouth.
Why do you have such context for this very specific thing?
And then my mouth's just
pumping them milkshakes in it.
Then my mouth's just loaded with semen and I just swallow it. And I like the way it makes me gag. It tastes like Clorox.
Keith, man, come on, man.
Don't it smell like bleach?
How you know? You been sucking tips?
Nah, busting up to myself when I'm jacking.
You crazy as hell.
No, you ain't never...
Man, you just be going, you just...
And yet theology would tell us that God does not have gender, so by definition, God is non-binary.
Pause.
God is...
What?
Because there's several quotes. I mean, you must have totally skipped over Leviticus 18:22. Yeah. I mean, he called, now in the Bible, since we talking about the Bible, he called... Don't call him that, man. We can get this video straight.
No, it's not gonna be. It's in the Bible.
Well, God don't run YouTube.
You can't cancel God, man.
Hey, but you can't. God don't run YouTube though.
No, but I'm not. It's well, see,
starts with an S.
In the Bible, I'm not gonna say the word sodomy. That was a sin. That's a sin, right? Sodomy. And people who commit sodomy are called sodomites.
Hey,
you should have sound like termites, right? You don't want that in your house, termite. You sacrilegious blasphemy.
What kind of church are you running? Is it glory holes in the back? Do you got like adult video arcades in your church? People in there putting 50 cents in and look at porn, gay porn? What they putting in the collection plates? Lube?
Not even sure what triggered these two.
Hey, we pass around the collection plate because after the sermon,
were they triggered by the idea that God's non-binary, which would be a theologically accurate statement, considering God represents humanity as a whole? So from the theological perspective of the Bible, when you understand the way that the Bible is designed and how it was written by the men who wrote it and when, God would be pretty genderless in that context. And that's triggered this rant for some reason, which I don't even find to be an offensive rant, just kind of confusing.
We're going to ram the hell out of each other. Yeah, y'all don't take dollars. Y'all take lube and condoms. And AIDS medication.
What?
I'm sorry. That's too far. That's everybody gets AIDS. Straight people, gay. I remember I kissed this white girl. She said, "Man, your lips like pillows on my face." You big lip monkey.
Oh. God dang.
Say that for? She liked them monkey lips, didn't she?
God dang.
Yeah, kiss me. You feel like a big orangutan all over me. Man, what's wrong with you? I'm over here being a damn racist.
I have a problem. My boyfriend of 4 years is an awesome guy, works hard, works out hard, and looks after me like a queen. However, he's a diehard fan of Tupac and has been starting to dress like him, talk like him, refer to me as a bitch sometimes, and acts like he's a thug from the streets of Compton.
Boy's having an identity crisis.
You know what it is? You know what's wrong with him? He's got a case of niggerism.
What?
What? He's got that niggism, man. It's infecting black people in the black community. They listen to this music. Somehow it gets transmitted in their brain. It's a virus, and they turn into niggas.
Man, need tomorrow. Well, such and such got two moms. He's got.
Excuse. Alright. Well, this has been an interesting journey into discovering these gentlemen.
Got two dads. Like, nah, I ain't gonna say it. What you gonna say, man? It's free country, man. It's freedom of speech. Man, if I had two dads, I would tell dad to drop me off at the corner. Don't say it! You just told me to say it. But I did.
So they really don't like the gays? They don't like the idea that God could be genderless and or a woman? They think suggesting that means you are the gays and you're sucking people off at church and have the AIDS? They don't like rap music because that makes you, the words. Well, before I didn't know anything about these guys to say anything aside from not understanding their humor. Now I understand these guys a little more, and I could say that I can more comfortably say that now I kind of actively dislike them from a character perspective, unless this is just like a shtick. They're just not that likable at this point. Before it was, I don't understand you, but I don't know that much about you. Now I'm learning a little bit more about you. You're not very much someone that I like. And I still don't really find you funny 90% of the time. So, very interesting. I feel like these gentlemen have a lot of hatred within them.
Did that stuff even with two straight parents. I was like I was socially awkward. Yeah.
They also give a lot of like kind of closeted gay vibes every once in a while. So I wonder if they're like bisexual. Like both of them are bisexual, and one of the ways they process through that is through all of this anger, because that's a pretty common thing in the psych world. But yeah, this is this is bad looks.
And I was just embarrassed because my dad.
They said offensive and reckless statements, but reckless would be, I mean, offensive and reckless. It's not wrong. I guess I wasn't promised humor. I was promised offensive and reckless, and those two words are I don't find it really too offensive, most of what they're saying. Reckless would be good. But I don't think it's something that would make me like you either.
Limp. I mean, I was a stupid kid. Yeah. I could imagine if I had 2 dads, I'm like, yeah, you niggas need to stay out here. I'm going in the classroom. Especially if I'm being bullied and I got 2 dads. Look here, shit is real bad for me in school. I don't need y'all be dropping me off. These kids already hounding me. As soon as they see you two making out, dropping me off, they're gonna whoop my ass.
I don't know what schools they went to. But
Black person go to school with a gun? Nah, man. It's gotta be a white kid. White people
What?
good. Dropping me off, they're gonna whoop my ass. Black person go to school with a gun? Nah, man. It's gotta be a white kid. White people good for some shit like that.
for what? What? I thought I was missing the lead in. What I need context to know why he's saying that.
I come from a different
There wasn't enough context for that one to make sense.
culture where most people wait till marriage to lose their virginity. I'm 23 years old and I've been waiting for a girl.
You know who does that?
For years.
You know who does that? What culture does that? Muslims,
Man, don't even bring up Muslims. Last time we talked about Muslims, all these Muslim people was sending us death threats.
man. Yeah, don't fuck with
Those
those.
people cannot take criticism.
I wonder what they said about Muslims. I'm sure it wasn't great considering the rest of the content I've seen. Might have been deserving of some choice words, not death threats, because words shouldn't ever meet with death threats, but I can imagine some angry comments based on how they've talked about other groups. It's very interesting. I think I figured out the target audience for this group. Stick around to the end of the video, because we're going to go through 4 more minutes of this and skip this plug. And I'll let you know what the target audience is so that I can get ruthlessly attacked in the comments more.
Y'all don't. He's just a libertarian with common sense. Yeah.
Who is? All right, what are we talking about?
He's just a libertarian with common sense.
I don't remember if I got a thumbnail in this video, so I'm just going to grab one now in case I didn't. It's just been like such a wild ride of what the hell is happening. Oh no, I'm kind of mid speech like his word is. That's about the thumbnail you get. All right, we got a few more minutes that we're gonna go through.
Something on the left, y'all don't. Y'all just care about feelings. Yeah. Oh, don't hurt my feelings. Oh, he stepped on a nerve with that one. Oh man, that one hurt. That one made my balls hurt. Stop hurting on my feelings. Shut up, you. I've been hate speech right now.
Yeah, I know which F word you were about to say. We already know you hate gay people. You could have just dropped the other F word. It's been very clear that you hate gay people. I don't know why. I think it's because you're a little bisexual. It's my guess. But, you know, it's fine. It's better when you're just open about it. I don't like when people try to hide it because they're not good at it. Just be open about it. You don't like them. You think they're strange. You don't get it. It makes you uncomfortable. And sometimes you see a big veiny dick and you kind of want to stroke it, and that makes you mad at yourself. So you go to the gym and you work out a lot. And you suppress those thoughts. Man, just live a freer life. Just hate openly. Don't do all these extra steps. Just hate openly.
Yeah. Those 2 F's together, those are powerful words.
The double F.
2 powerful words. Goddamn Aborigines. I can understand them doing all this shit they doing right there. Back in goddamn 1200, man, this goddamn 2017, this skyscraper, they got skyscrapers in the background. They still doing all that bullshit.
Well, I think I've gathered enough to I think I'm gonna call it there for my own sanity. Let me tell you what I have deduced of these guys. They're conservative politically. I still don't think I'm gonna figure out what was humorous. Well, I'm gonna take a shot at it. Here's what I think this is. The Hodgetwins, right? They're a conservative duo that it clearly gets their popularity from people that like their conservative beliefs reinforced. But what's special about them is they're black. And conservatives love when a person of color matches their agenda because the media doesn't really put forward people of color, especially who are conservative. So I believe that the humor from the skits that we saw before are probably a lot of what pushed that was... This is going to sound bad, and this is a theory, but this is my theory of what probably happened. I think a lot of suburban and sheltered white people who've never actually interacted with black people or had black friends found just black people normally interacting in like the drive-thru and stuff to be very interesting and hilarious to watch because they'd never even had friends with odd personalities or who were black. And then when the political commentary started, because that apparently started later, it just added another layer for them to attach to as white people who never really interacted with black people in real life, of someone who also was speaking their political views. So I would imagine a good majority of the Hodgetwins audience, for better or for worse, are white people who have never really had very many black friends, or the black friends that they've had are very white. And I hate those kind of terms, you know, but you know what I'm talking about. The cultures are often very different because these are cultures with different backgrounds. But a lot of these folks have never been exposed to black culture or Hispanic culture or any other culture for that matter. And so I don't mean this as a super hateful thing. I think there's a lot of hateful stuff in conservatism that I don't like, which would make me dislike these guys. But I do think that it's the same kind of audience manipulation and targeting that I see from Tom McDonald and you see on the other side, Vosh on the liberal socialist side. It's just that kind of sometimes unhealthy pandering to people's worse things, and it makes me understand the other stuff a little better. I understand a little more of the first things that I didn't find funny after seeing that, and I think that'll conclude my Hodgetwins journey probably, unless there's like super isolated things that someone really ends up wanting me to watch. But yeah, that kind of rounds it out. It's an interesting niche to have been exposed to. Had a fascinating journey that I'm sure has gained me a lot of people who hate me now, and that's fine. I don't feel any sort of way about you. I'm not a liberal. I'm moderate politically, so I find both the liberals and the conservatives to be goofy little people. But anyway, this has been enlightening in very odd ways. But until we explore again, I'll see you next time.